Hello everyone, this is In-Game Arts with Digital Boxing, another offline gaming experience. This is Project Warlock for the PlayStation 4, but this was played on my PlayStation 4 Pro. Now please keep in mind, this physical copy was printed by Limit Run Games, so getting a copy will not be the easiest. Now about the physical copy, this physical copy comes with the update version 1.04 already on the disc, and at the time of making this video, there were no updates available. So this is the most up-to-date version currently on disc, which is really nice. Now if you don't know anything about Project Warlock, like me, I only knew about it from Limit Run. It's definitely a love letter and a call out to the original Doom clone-esque style games, sort of like Doom, Duke Nukem, Shadow Warrior, and so on. It's got a very simplistic graphics, 2D sprite graphics and everything, but it's very colorful, it really pops, and it's very fast and fluid and smooth, and it's very well gorgeous to look at. Nothing ultra realistic as some people may be expecting nowadays, but what they did with it, I think it looks really good. Now, the overall game played smooth and fast. It's very rewarding and challenging, though I jumped right into on the, not the hardest, but on hard difficulty, and the only time I really experienced any real challenge was very early on the game and the final boss. After you start getting a lot of your weapons and equipment, it really starts to become really easy. Now, the overall game played really smooth. I never experienced any slowdown or frame rate. I never had a game crash once on me, and the overall game was just fun to play. It was a lot of fun, great soundtrack. Though level design seemed a little repetitive at times, it always kind of felt the same each level. But there's a lot of call-outs to older stuff, like even the movie The Thing. There's a level specifically kind of designed for that movie, so I thought that was kind of cool, a little Easter egg call-out for that. There's secrets all around the levels and stuff, and there's just a lot to unlock. One of the best things about it is kind of an RPG-esque form where you build up experience and you can use that points to buy and upgrade your strength, your health, your capacity, your spirit, as well as you can find tokens that will upgrade your equipment or allow you to unlock spells. And you use these kind of combinations between each other. They definitely took some inspiration from Doom 2016 or Doom Eternal, while they have the ability to change your equipment with a weapon wheel, which is really nice. A lot of these retro games need to really have this weapon wheel. It makes it so much easier than to have to navigate through all the weapons to find the one weapon you wanted to use. Really well done on that. Overall, I had a good time. It doesn't take itself too serious. It knows it's just supposed to be a run and gun, rootin' tooty pooty shooty, and it's what it's supposed to do. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's meant to just have fun, kill demons, and so on. Kind of like Doom. Now, other than that, like I said, I didn't have any problems with the game. Though, I did notice a few things that are just a little odd. Weapon power inconsistency. I've noticed that some weapons are just largely better than others, especially if you upgrade the path, and certain upgrades are largely better than other ones. And that's what can be aggravating, is you won't know this because once you spent your point, you can't undo it. So there's a lot of ones you may get that is not really good. As well as that, like I said, with weapon inconsistencies, there's another big flaw in the game, and which is funny because this is something that even like games like Mario Maker teaches game developers not to do when you make a level. Sadly, there is moments in the game where you can ride as elevators in this game, and when you activate that elevator, you can actually back away from the button and get off the elevator, and the elevator will go up, and once it's up, you're tough luck, because now you have to restart the entire level because you weren't on that elevator. There's no way to recall that elevator back. You can even get locked out and completely get blocked out and you can't continue. There's other moments in the game where you can like find a secret room that will teleport you right to the main ending of the game, which is kind of cool, but it's annoying because there's no way to know that that's what's going to do, and sometimes you can get trapped in a small room with a bunch of enemies and you can't explore the rest of the level because you took that secret path with a teleporter, like you were supposed to know that was going to happen. It's a little aggravating in those two areas. And then, like I said, the weapon inconsistencies. Like, the weapon has, like, there's a weapon in the game, I'm just going to straight up and tell you, if you're having a hard time in the game, make sure you upgrade the flamethrower. Oddly enough, it's probably the strongest weapon in the game. Get the flamethrower and choose the flamethrower lancer ability with it. You'll just devastate enemies with that thing. It eats up ammo real quick, but man, it kills so many enemies so quickly. And it's even better than the main BFG in the game. It's just so powerful. That's what I'm talking about, inconsistency in terms of power equipment. As well as that, I went through the entire game and I barely used any. I didn't even buy any of the spells. The only one I bought was the one that allowed me to create ammo. So there's a lot of imbalances here and there. Maybe it's just for whoever how you want to play in your play style. Do you want to be a warlock and just constantly cast spells? Do you want to run and gun and shoot and shooty? Or do you there's even ability you can just focus on meleeing. And it's fine and all, but it just seems like you really just want to run and gun because that's how the game is designed. I do admit the beginning of the game is a rather slow, so when you're beginning it feels like a very slow process. I'd say about point when you get to level 4 is when the game's difficulty as well as the running, gunning, shooting, blasting really kicks off. You'll just be running around blasting everything in your way. So I think it has a slow ramp up some may not like. As well as that, I don't know if this is a bug or a problem. I did notice that the game has an ability we can unlock called Sprint, and this ability is supposed to allow you to run faster. Even though I picked this ability as a test, and it does not make me run faster. You can hit the square button even right at the beginning of the game, and you can use Sprint, which I sprint throughout the entire game. So I'm thinking what happened was that the game largely needs that sprint, and a lot of people weren't getting that sprint ability because you can only have so many abilities. So a lot of people were having a lot of hard time progressing because they couldn't sprint. So I think they did an update and just gave you the sprint automatically. So the sprint ability is pretty much useless. So at least in my playthrough, maybe it's a bug and they just gave me the sprint immediately. I don't know. I tried to uninstall the game, reinstall it, and it keeps giving me the sprint ability automatically, or at least allow me to immediately start sprinting with the square button. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Other than other bug I came across, I've read some people say it's not a bug, but I say it's a bug because there's a certain mission, some missions you can find secrets and they will pop up there saying you found a secret. Well, sometimes I've gotten through a level and it automatically unlocked all the secrets even though the secret counter didn't go up. I call this a bug because that would mean that it unlocked a secret but didn't check the number that I got the secret. I don't know what kind of bug that is that's going on, so just be careful with that. You may ruin your run if you're trying to 100% the game and find every single secret like I did. So overall, I had a blast playing the game, and I'm very interested in the sequel that I heard is in production. The graphics are gorgeous, the gameplay is fast and fluid, the music's good. I do wish a little bit more story, a little bit more, just evolving about the character, and just a little bit more balancing of the weapons and the spells, because like I said, I went through the entire game and I didn't buy any of the spells. I just used guns and equipment and just used the ammo regeneration spell because it just seemed to make more sense in terms of economy usage. Overall, I highly recommend the game if you can get a copy. Sadly, it's a limit run physical game, and I think they only did a small number of runs, so getting a copy is going to be really hard. But like always, I'll try to leave links down in the description if you're interested in copy, which I highly recommend. I really had a lot of fun with this game, and I'm looking forward to the sequel. So like always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next unboxing video. Bye-bye!